Yo, you want to debate? Yeah. What's the topic? Give me your defense and your logic. We can talk the Warriors or the Rockets, but if it's LeBron's the GOAT, stop it. Stop. Tune in every week and catch us on the podcast, but don't get mad at me if I tell you that your squad's trash. We hitting everything hard from these fighters that just got smashed. The players getting waived, who came up and who just got cash. We talking firings, hiring streaks by Ironman. Whose team's acquiring, who's done and who's retiring. Who you're admiring, players you find inspiring. College athletes aspiring and contracts that's inspiring.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, the Playmakers Lounge podcast. I am your host, something, hit the keys. I'm also here with my guy, Ricky No Smiley. Say what up to the people, Ricky.
What up, people?
How come he don't ever smile when I say that? I'm also here with my guy, Jay Nova J. Say what up, Jay.
I need the Vijay, though. But what up, though?
We got a smile out of Ricky. We're back today with some fire content for you. We got some good topics. Make sure that you go ahead and join the Playmakers Lounge, the group, and like the page. We'll also got merch. We'll have the description down in the link. Make sure if you like this content that you subscribe, you like, and hit that notification bell so every time we drop a video, you can be the first to know. But since they was killing the light skin energy last week, we're going to start off with the light skin God, Patrick Mahomes, getting paid. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with you this time, Jay. What you think about that richest total contract in sports history?
I mean, if there's any man that deserves it, I guess it's Mahomes. I got to bite my freaking words on that because I said he was going to be trash coming out of college. So, sorry. Hi, how you doing? Don't take it too personal. I just thought he was too wild, but I guess the league wasn't ready for him. So, but I mean, he ain't done nothing wrong, and he's clearly the face of the league. So, if there's any man that deserves it, it's him.
Team light skin for the win. Ricky, what you think about Patrick Mahomes' contract?
He's just light skinned because he mixed. He got a dark skin soul.
Nah, brother.
But man, 40, he guaranteed 40% of whatever it is. I know it's up to 503. That's a lot of money. That's $500 million to throw a football.
Play football.
So 10 years, 450, up to 503.
Yeah, up to 503. So I honestly don't think it's gonna last the duration of the contract. I think it's gonna end within like 5-6 years. I don't think he's gonna get all of it, but it set the bar extremely high. So I wonder if Lamar Jackson gonna taste any of that, or I mean, I know Dak, he want to get his nose open now too. So this contract is astronomical, though. It's like you said, nobody deserves it more than him. So,
well, I pulled up some of the top 10 total grossing contracts of all time, and Patrick Mahomes, 12 years, $503 million. Michael Trout, 12 years, $426 million. Canelo Alvarez signed that 5-year, $365 million deal with Dazn. Bryce Harper, 13 years, $330 million. Stanton, 13 years, $325 million. Garrett Cole, 9 years, $324 million. Manny Machado, A-Rod's after Manny Machado. Manny Machado got 10 years, $300 million. Back in 2008, A-Rod got that 10-year, $275.
Remember that.
And then A-Rod again at 10th. So it's like,
A-Rod like,
right.
let me bring this home.
and it was a long time ago when A-Rod got those contracts. But then when you break it down per year, Canelo makes $73 million per year. Kimi Räikkönen from Ferrari Racing makes $51 million a year. Damian Lillard makes $49 million a year. Patrick Mahomes makes $42. Westbrook makes $41. KD makes $41. Steph makes $40. CP3 makes $39. LeBron makes $38, and Harden makes $38. So when
You know
you,
the
Hey,
difference.
hold on, bro. I'm about to go work on my jumper right quick.
all right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm saying, you know the difference. He the only football player on either one of those lists.
Well, but when you look at it too, you know, you always think about baseball players make the most money, but not per year. Basketball players just don't get
Yeah,
10-year
basketball kid,
contracts, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
best
because
basketball easily.
yeah, they basketball players making 49, 41, 42 million dollars. So
And then they have the most advertising as well in brand deals because we see them. So
right.
Yeah,
So
marketing.
so back to what you were saying though, Jay, about you didn't think
working on this jumper.
no, about you didn't think Patrick Mahomes was gonna be who the player he was coming out of college. Nobody did. Do you remember the draft night, the shock when the Chiefs moved up and they had Alex Smith who, you know, was putting up phenomenal numbers.
The shock was Trubisky at 2.
Well, yeah. Yo, so let me tell you a little story about that. So I was at my friend's house, my man Tommy Missler. Shout out to my man Tommy. I was at his house for the draft, and he's a Bears fan. And so so this is a true life story. So when the Bears were drafting, he was like Deshaun Watson. I yell out when Goodell gets to the stage and he's like, and the Bears choose, and I'm like Mitchell Trubisky at the same time Goodell did. My man looked like he wanted to cry. like I still feel for him to this day because
those are the best draft stories, especially when you look back and you're
Number
like,
five,
oh.
number 5, right? He was number 5, wasn't he?
no, number 2.
No, number
two?
2.
Yeah,
they traded up to the.
They traded
up to 2.
And they could have had Deshaun Watson, who, you know, granted we didn't know who Patrick Mahomes was, but Deshaun Watson still would have been a
I
solid
actually
quarterback.
looked at him
At
when
2,
he
they
went
could have
on.
had everybody.
I looked at him when Gruden did on quarterback camps. I was like, this dude right here is going to be all right because he can throw the ball real far.
Who's that? Mahomes?
Mahomes. I like he like Brett Favre. That's what I compared him to when I seen the little. That's what I found out about him though. I ain't watch him in college nothing like that.
What nobody thought he was gonna be like, yo, the best quarterback in the league. You know,
Cliff Kingsbury.
No look passes.
Yeah, no look passes.
Well, Cliff Kingsbury said when he was in college that he was going to be the highest paid athlete of all time eventually.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Cliff.
Yeah, it's I mean, he deserves it though. So you know, I want to give him super props. You know, like I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm a Boys fan. It's kind of depressing that it's going to push the market up for Dak. So now Dak probably going to get 45 million.
He'll get 40. He ain't gonna get 45. He'll get about 40. Just for Jerry Jones' sake, he might get 39. Just say he don't pay on 40.
Is there any other quarterback you would give 10 years to?
No. You know?
That was fast. All right.
No. And I say that because maybe Aaron Rodgers, you know, like 9 years ago, 8 years ago, you know, however many years ago, you know, maybe Tom Brady, like 8, 9 years ago. But like when I look at
Brady.
I think quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson are nice and Deshaun Watson's nice. I like Dak. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how healthy they're going to stay. I don't know if I can pay Deshaun Watson for 10 years when I don't know if his body's going to hold up. I don't know if I can pay Lamar Jackson for 10 years when he's a scrambling quarterback. So the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, that would be eligible to make this salary besides Mahomes are dual threat quarterbacks, and I just don't know how durable they'll be.
What about like a Russell Wilson?
Well, he's not at this point. I wouldn't pay him for 10 more years. How old
Not
is he?
now, but
He's
back then, back then.
How old is Russell Wilson?
This is like unprecedented now. This 10 years, that's some Magic Johnson stuff.
Right. How old is Wilson? Does anybody know? If not, I'll look it up real quick.
No, I'll top of my
He's
head.
like early 30s. I want to say 31.
Yeah. See, he's too old to be paying for 10 years for $500 million.
But after that second Super Bowl, even though they lost it.
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, yeah, I would have, because I feel like Russell Wilson is a top 5 quarterback all time, in my personal opinion.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's
all
31.
time.
Of all time. Yeah, he's 31. Yeah, of all time. I mean, if like you look at the numbers and you look at what he's done and what his skill set is, like I put his numbers up against Aaron Rodgers' numbers, and his numbers are equally comparable to Aaron Rodgers' numbers as far as his quarterback rating, his completion percentage, his yards per season, and then you have to look at the fact that he's one of the best rushing quarterbacks of all time. So this fool can pass the football. He's never really had any receiving weapons. He's never had, you know, I mean, he had Golden Tate was his best receiver. Doug Baldwin was a nobody before he, you know what I'm saying, was dropping strikes on him. He hasn't really had the greatest receiving core. And then the last at one point in time, their line was so trash that Seattle had to have 6 linemen on the field at all times. So you're taking a receiver away from Wilson, allowing the defense to drop another defender back and the coverage, and he's still dropping dimes out there.
I'm gonna make this a post.
I just feel like Russell Wilson's a top 5 quarterback of all time. He just doesn't get the props that he deserves. He's not a system quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I have to think about it, but
top 5 all time.
You have a good
whole other podcast for it.
You have an argument, but it's something I had to think about before I can just say, I agree with you.
but I changed your mind from nah to
Well, I mean, Russell is my favorite quarterback. He's been my favorite quarterback for a while. It's just that all-time part.
That all-time. When you said I thought you were going to say in the league, I was agreeing with you. Then you said all-time, like,
Well, let me think. If I had to pick, I know this isn't the topic for today, but if I had to pick my top 5 quarterbacks of all time, this is just real quick. So it's kind of oof. I'm
taking it to the group right now.
I'd probably take Tom Brady as top quarterback of all time. Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Russell Wilson. That 5th one is kind of rough, man. I might take Aaron.
You taking Aaron over Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had a choice to pick one of them, because like Drew Brees has lost his team so many games. He's king pick 6. He's had seasons where he's had a bunch of bad, a lot of interceptions, and I mean he's a good quarterback. But I take Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees.
You said Tom Brady, and who was your second?
Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Russell Wilson, Aaron.
I'm not even finna think on it right now. I'm not even finna.
Right. I was like going through it in my head. Like,
it's not. I seen you look, and I was like, nah, I'm not even finna try. So, but yeah, since we is off topic, and we talking about the beast, I seen a meme said, who would you rather try to tackle for $1 million or some shit like that? Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry?
Lamar Jackson.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
You're not gonna catch Lamar Jackson, bro.
So what? Derrick Henry's gonna run
you over, right?
At least with Lamar, you don't gotta feel nothing.
Right.
Derrick Henry runs tall, so if I get low and go for his legs, I just give all to my legs. I'll go for that. You're not gonna touch Lamar Jackson,
bro. I have a better.
You walking out of there with a dislocated shoulder.
I literally have a better chance of tackling Lamar Jackson than I do of Derrick Henry.
You do not.
Man, I weigh $145. I weigh $145. I ain't tackling Henry. There's not a chance. There's not a chance.
You're gonna get did worse than Earl Thomas did.
Right,
bro.
right. I'm gonna be looking like Brandon Knight when DeAndre Jordan dunked on him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking my chances with I'm gonna do me a couple push-ups before the time. I'm gonna go straight for goddamn Derrick Henry.
That's why you should be in the Playmakers now.
Right.
The shit that y'all gonna see.
Right. I'm pretty quick, man. I'm pretty quick, so I think I have a better chance of tackling Lamar than I do.
Bro, I done been juked out of my feet by regular niggas. I know I ain't finna go tackle Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But I mean, at least I could try to trip him or something. At least I'm not going out coming home with broken everything. I'm not gonna be hurting for the rest of the week off of trying to make one tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm a big dude. I was still like, you gonna get Derrick Henry all up in your chest, just
Yo,
bro, I'm getting low, bro. I'm going all the way to the bottom.
He's not even gonna flinch when I try to hit him. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say for $1 million?
It was just I can't remember exactly what the meme said. I just, you know what I'm saying? But it was something like that.
So I just want to send another shout out to my guy, light-skinned God, Patrick Mahomes, for that contract. You know what I'm saying? They was giving us all this. They was giving us a bunch of hate last week. We bounced back though. They say God works in mysterious ways, and the mysterious way he worked this week was paying one of us light-skinneds just to make y'all feel a little salty. Look at the saltness on their face. They both had the same expression.
On to the next topic, Drake.
On to the next topic. All right, so the next topic.
What is wrong with y'all?
The next topic is we're going to just go ahead and shift right into the AFC West and take our predictions on team records, and we're just going to talk about the division for a little bit. So I think that I started off with it doesn't matter. Go ahead, Jay. I'm going to start off with you this time. I'm going to start off with Ricky this time. I think I started off with you last time. Ricky, what's your predictions for the AFC West?
It was me last time anyway, but my prediction is gonna be Kansas City. I got them going 13-3.
Oh, that's right. 11. What'd you say? 9-5 last time?
Who, Kansas City?
No, Miami. Remember you couldn't count?
Oh yeah, some shit like that. But I got them going 13-3, Kansas City. And I got the rest of the division going either 8-8 or 7-9, man.
That
Like
sounds like me.
there's really nothing I can really like pinpoint on the other teams. They got a tough schedule. But so I say 7-9 because they playing the AFC, they playing the NFC South. So they gotta go see Cam and they gotta go see
The AFC South's gonna be tough
He
this year
said
too.
Cam.
I think
no, they do play like a couple of them do play the New England Patriots though. I believe they play the AFC also on AFC East.
well, they would play the AFC South if they played the NFC South, right?
I had the I think I had a schedule. I had the schedule up. But yeah, I got like the rest of the teams going like a 7-9, 8-8 type thing.
Well, okay. Well, then what are they? What do you got Denver?
7-9.
What do you got San Diego?
7-9.
The list.
7-9. All on 7-9 or either 8-8, bro. I really can't.
Everybody 7-9. Whole league 7-9.
I really can't really pinpoint their wins and victories. They might, because I know Denver, they play the Patriots. Kansas City play the Patriots.
Oh, so they play the AFC East?
Yeah, that's what I say. The AFC East and the NFC South.
Who? What do you got, Jay?
Let's see. I'm gonna give the Chiefs 13-3.
Me too.
They clearly got that division on lock. I'm gonna get the Broncos.
No.
He said, "Hold on."
No, I said no. I was wrong. I thought I said 13-3. I'll give him in a second. I already picked out my records. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, I got the Broncos. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give them 10-6, and then I'm gonna put.
Said the Broncos 10-6.
Yeah. I think they make a major step. They added a lot of weapons. I think Drew Lock comes out and is firing, and plus they got the run game going, and they got a defense. So I'm gonna get the Broncos 10-6. They got a sneaky defense. They got that defense that you ain't heard about yet, but it's coming.
The Broncos.
And then
everybody knows about their defense.
But they got a lot of young talent, though. Is what I mean.
Yeah, they ain't got Vaughn.
They picked up a lot of young talent last year that didn't get a chance to gel. Still might not have got a chance to gel with the corona and everything, but who's left? The Chargers, I think, are going to struggle. So I'm going to put the Chargers at like 4-12, and then I'll give the Raiders 6-10.
All right, I'm giving Kansas City 14-12.
14-12.
14-12.
Damn, that's a new one right there.
14-12.
He playing hella
14-2. Oh,
He reiterated that a couple times, bro.
14-2.
You just talked about my 9-5.
They play 46 games. I think they probably win about 19.
I deserve that. I'll take all that. You got me. 14-2 is what I meant. And then I got Denver at 8-8. I feel like you said, they got some weapons. They got adding Melvin Gordon to go along with Phillip Lindsay's a nice little 1-2 punch. Jerry Jeudy, Hamler, Sutton. I think they got a nice little receiving core. They'll be all right. And then they drafted the tight end too. I can't remember his name off the top. The year before, so they got a nice little squad. Adding AJ Bowie and Jarrell Casey. I mean, they got they lost Chris Harris, but I think that Denver. They can win 8 games. I got San Diego at 8-8. I feel like Tyrod Taylor's good enough to get you 8 wins if he starts, the whole season. They got weapons. They got receivers. They got running back. They got a defense. So I feel like Tyrod's good enough to get them 8 games. And then I got Las Vegas. I can't believe I said that right. At 6-10. Shout out to Vegas for taking Henry Ruggs in the draft. We appreciate you up here in Dallas because we really wanted CeeDee Lamb, I would much rather have CeeDee Lamb than Ruggs, in my personal opinion.
Why?
Because CeeDee Lamb can do more.
Yeah,
Ruggs is a
Ruggs just
speedster,
bro.
but we have receivers. Our receivers are pretty quick on the outside. So
Yeah, we good on that.
CD Lamb can play on the inside and he can play on the outside, and he's a good route runner. Ruggs isn't a good route
Ruggs is
runner.
going to be the number one for them. Like Lambs, you're going to put everywhere, but
Right.
Ruggs is the clear cut number one.
Well, only because of the team he plays for.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he basically is going to take over Amari's role for Derek Carr with better hands.
But worse
they
route
don't
running.
run the routes like
right.
Run routes like Amari.
Yeah.
He's just a speedster, man.
Right.
And he ain't gonna be able to get down the field like that with that offensive line.
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, I like Ruggs. I was just curious as to why you wanted him over, or why you wanted Lamb over Ruggs.
Yeah,
Lamb
I'd rather Lamb over Ruggs. I was happy with Lamb.
I think Lamb has better hands. I think Lamb has better hands. I know Ruggs is faster, but I think Lamb is better after the catch, and I feel like he's a better route runner and he can play more positions. So
you think Lamb has better hands than Ruggs?
Yeah.
I don't think Ruggs had a drop. Like I don't think he dropped any passes.
Yeah, I cannot.
I'm not sure. I don't have that. I just think that
that's like one of the most overlooked things about him, because everybody goes and talks about his speed, but then they don't realize that he didn't drop any balls.
He's usually wide open in the fucking end zone by himself.
I mean, he's a freak. You know, I know he can jump out the building too. So you know what I'm saying. He's
dunking.
Right.
What you call? He's like what 5? What you like 5'9", 5'10"?
I think he's 6 foot.
Nah, he gotta be taller than that.
Yeah, I think he's 6 foot.
Still, he's small.
I don't know. I just like CD Lamb more. I think he.
I do too.
And plus,
I agree.
And plus,
I just want to let y'all know right now that the group is not agreeing with y'all right now.
on
either one, I'll give you the numbers at the end, but they're not.
What you at? What you doing?
I posted both those things in the group. So right now, I put CJ Reed says Russell Wilson is top 5 quarterback all time. It is 9-2 that CJ has lost his fucking mind. And then I put Lamar Jackson versus Derrick Henry, and it is 10-2 Lamar Jackson.
Yo, but wait till they hear the podcast though, because just saying Russell Wilson is the top 5 of all time, people are gonna be like, nah. But then when you start,
feel free to go on there and start your argument. I think Jaden agreed with you though.
I will afterwards, because what they don't realize is he's the number 2 quarterback rating of all time, number 2 passer rating of all time, and he's a top 5 rushing quarterback, and he's got a Super Bowl, and he's never had weapons, and he's been back to another Super Bowl. I mean, there's just so much that people just overlook, just to be like, oh well, you know.
But you know they're gonna blame those Super Bowls on, right?
I mean, he lost one. That's fine.
No. But you know they're gonna blame them Super Bowls on, right? They're not gonna give Russell Wilson that love. They're gonna give nothing but that defense.
Yeah, but you got to give Russell love. I'm
just telling you that's gonna be the argument, bro.
What's that?
I'm just telling you that's gonna be the argument.
Didn't Russell rush for like 900 yards? You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
listen to me.
And he's never had a losing season.
They had Marshawn Lynch and they had that defense. They had that beast mode thing going on, all that shit. Russell Wilson is not going to get the credit for those Super Bowls that you're talking about. When he didn't have weapons is when what they're going to, especially if you use that argument. But I'm the debate king. You know, I debate you all the time. So
but he was still rushing. So you can't knock. He didn't have weapons, but he was rushing for 100 or 850 yards.
But were they winning?
Yeah.
They ain't been when the last time they won a playoff game.
Yo, when they won the Super Bowl, he rushed for like 850 yards and had like. What's that?
When they won the Super Bowl, you keep saying that when they won the Super Bowl, that was just one game, but the defense carried that team.
You can't overlook Russell's performance. The dude rushed for like 850 yards that season, and he threw like it was top 3 in quarterback passer rating. So you can't overlook his performance.
I'm gonna give you the debate. Because they're gonna say they put in the 8 on the box because of Marshawn Lynch. They had a solid defense.
Yo, so
I'm just telling CJ.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know, bro. Let's go to the next topic. I'm just letting you know, bro.
No, we're not.
Since Russell didn't have that, he don't have those accolades, bro. His passing percentages and passing rating, all that stuff is still good because he rushes a lot. But he don't have the wins and the accolades.
He does have the wins. He's never had a losing season.
Okay.
Yo, he's got the most wins, like up to a certain amount of.
But what you're saying, okay, you can say that stuff about when Dak first 4 years at the same time, bro. That's not gonna work. That stat is empty because when he was winning Super Bowls and you're telling him about Super Bowls, you're telling people about Super Bowls, they're gonna say that team did that, and you're not gonna be able to bring it back down to, okay, he's doing this now.
What?
Bro, you keep saying
what?
No, you keep saying what he's doing now, and he's getting these stats. He's doing this, he's doing that now, but that doesn't equate to his Super Bowl winnings.
Yes, it does. Because those
doesn't, bro. Because they're gonna talk about about
just because
that defense and that run game.
Okay, but he was part of the running game and he was passing the football, and you can't just ignore that if you're gonna be like, oh, because of the running game. Well, dude, he ran for like 850 yards, so you can't just be like Russell Wilson might be the greatest rushing quarterback of all time, and then when you look at, he might be, but then when you look at his play,
don't mind me. I'm just doing what I do.
Yo, but we're gonna pull up these playoff numbers real quick too, because I mean, if we're gonna talk about the defense just carrying them.
Hey, CJ said F them topics, bro.
That's right.
Right. I want the smoke.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I have to look at it. I'm not arguing. I'm just arguing that him being top 5 and what people would say, bro. I haven't even put it on paper and try to find out if he is or if he's not. Like I said, told you earlier, but I'm just telling you from me looking at a broad scope of it, if I want to argue with you, I'm gonna just give you these. And you saying he did all this, he's doing these numbers.
Here, there's 4 comments already. So you got Jaden McBride. He says Russ is only 31. He has a ton of time left to play. Maybe when it's all said and done, but not right now. Then you got Valentine, which I know is CJ's homie. He's like, I like him as a player and a person, but he's not even top 5 of the decade.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yo, that dude's crazy.
You got Preston Harvey. He said, I think it's a guarantee when it's all said and done, but not right now. James Hassan says, just curious for those who say maybe just not right now, what is it that you're expecting him to do to guarantee it? Which is probably when.
That's the question I want to hear because they're going to say he's going to have to win a Super Bowl by himself. I guarantee that's going to be the answer. That's going to be the answer. He got one, and he went to another.
So if that's the requirement that he has to win another Super Bowl, then that means Aaron Rodgers can't be in the top 10. That means that a quarterback like Dan Marino couldn't be there.
No, that's not true because Aaron Rodgers led his team entirely, bro.
The defense was straight that year too.
Got another one. Keandre said it's hard because some people don't see him as a top 5 quarterback of all time.
He said what?
It's 12-6. I said Keandre says it's hard because some people don't see him as a top 5 quarterback of all time, but it is 12-6 right now.
So,
12-7.
Ain't bad.
We'll see how they feel when the pod comes out and they get some more facts instead of just
when they hear their name in the podcast, like,
right.
Oh, they used my comment.
So these two heathens here, I'll just call them. They always want to talk smack about that light skin energy, but let's talk about this dark skin energy today. So we planned on having the podcast at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time today, right? So 2:00 rolls around, and I call the group, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Ready to go?" Guess what? This guy down here is at Walmart. He messaged me at 1:00 and said, "I'm up. I'm ready to go." So I called him. I said, "I need an hour," and at 2:00. So I call him at 2:00, and he is where? Walmart.
In groceries, man. Now, see, here's the thing. I thought that y'all were 2 hours ahead of me, not 3 hours.
That's where we had that same conversation like every week.
We have been doing this. We have done this at least 20 times. And he still thinks we're 2 hours ahead of him.
Y'all didn't moved around. That ain't
I've been in the same spot since.
I've been the same EST our whole life. Well, I was.
All right. I thought it was 2 hours, not 3 hours. Because when I said that, it was 10:00 my time that I was up. And then you said an hour, and I was like, okay, but he said 2, so I was thinking I got till 12. Because I was gonna come home. I was gonna come home and stream a game of 2K. and then be hop on. Then y'all called me at Walmart when I was leaving Walmart, and Walmart is 3 minutes away, so it didn't take me that long to get here.
How are you on CPT with us? With, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be here when we're supposed to be. How are you on CPT time with us?
I gotta stay true to the tradition.
Do it for the culture.
I gotta stay true to it,
man. And let's talk about Kiki over here. So, we brought up the topics yesterday, right? And what we were gonna talk about.
I forgot.
And this dude is too lazy to scroll up back through the feed. Right? He could have scrolled back up through Facebook, but he's like, nah. What's the topics for today?
But what did I say though? I said he ain't even gonna read the topics until tomorrow. when
I said I wasn't gonna show up till tomorrow at 2:45. That's what you said.
But before that, I had said that you wasn't gonna check the topics until today.
No, I did. I seen them. I forgot. I looked at them. I couldn't remember which one it was.
I mean, CJ don't give a shit about the topics right now anyway. So,
so we ain't talking about one of them anyway. So it don't really matter.
Yeah, he said, I'm working from home. I said, can we do the afternoon? Jay says, anytime. I'm like, how about 2? Jay's like, Ricky gonna check the message at 2:45. So Ricky says 2 is good. I'm like, all right, 2 it is. So then we start talking about the topics. And
I think I didn't disappear when y'all started talking about
No,
the topics,
you did not disappear. You commented it right after it. I'm like, are we on for tomorrow? Mahomes, the AFC West, and Jay says players coming out, all sports. Ricky said, I'm down. I'm down. What time? Directly after. It's like the next message after Jay says what the last topic is. And then he's like, I don't know what the topic is. That's that dark skin energy. Too lazy to scroll back through the damn
Ricky
feed.
energy, bro. That is like a Ricky thing.
I'm here though. I'll be here though. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah, he was here today. Shout out.
Today.
But
he wasn't even ready though.
Yes, I was. What you mean?
Said he was ready.
When we signed in, I was ready. Huh?
How you ready? You don't know the topics, and you had to start over because your dog.
Because your dog. You heard that laugh? That was that guilty laugh. All right,
that
man.
was my fault. I didn't even know motherfucker came in here.
You should leave that in there just so that people can see. Matter of fact, you should just clip it right here.
All right, so we got our last topic of the day today. The last topic is NBA players and players in general not wanting to show up to their respective bubbles. They don't want to report to duty and play out the season. So I compiled a list of a few of the NBA players that don't want to go to the bubble. I didn't grab football players that don't want to start yet. But Trevor Ariza, Avery Bradley, Wilson Chandler, Willie Cauley-Stein, DeMarcus Cousins, Spencer Dinwiddie, DeAndre Jordan.
DeMarcus Cousins don't play. Who he play for?
He doesn't want to sign. He doesn't want to play for the rest of the season. Victor Oladipo and Tybo Cephalosha. So I don't know if I missed anybody, but I know those are some of the names of people that don't want to show up to the bubble. So Jay, what do you think about? What do you think?
I think the biggest name so far in sports it would be Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers, saying that he's opting out.
Ryan Zimmerman from Washington opting out too. David Price also.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of players. It's as coming down more and more of players opting out. I think you're probably going to get it with some NFL players too, based off some of the things they've been saying. Like Darius Slay came out today and was like, "Well, we can," or what was it? Because they banned jersey swaps in the NFL, and then Darius Slay was like, "We can tackle each other for 60 minutes, but we can't just swap jerseys." And then Stephon Diggs was like, "He's like that runner's gonna go around either way. We playing man to man for 60 minutes, like
right."
So, like I wouldn't be surprised to see it start happening in the NFL.
I haven't seen it yet. I guess we'll see. Unless you're Lamar Jackson, everybody's 6 feet behind you anyway.
Man. Yeah, got Oladipo. He said, "I just can't get my mind to being fully comfortable in playing. I have to be smart, and this decision hasn't been easy." I mean, I can't blame nobody for doing that, you know. They also said season ticket holders can opt out for certain teams. Like the Browns said their season ticket holders can opt out for the season.
Have y'all have y'all taken that test?
No.
It's
No.
painful as fuck. They put a Q-tip about this long up your fucking nose,
Well,
like it be all up here.
they don't have to. They don't have to do that. Well, in the NBA, they said that they're not going to take the test all the way up to the top of your nose unless you miss a certain amount of tests. So if you miss like 2 or 3 tests, then they're going to make you go to the tip of your nose, and that's incentive to make them test every day. So
That shit hurt.
I mean, it is what it is.
Using a test as punishment, man. Now, come here, come get your rolling test.
right. That job's got to suck too. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to stick something to somebody's brain and
Well, you
and
do it
tickle their
yourself,
brain?
don't you? Like I've
Oh
seen.
No, they have somebody
They
else
do that
yeah.
shit.
No, because I've seen somebody take it like one of the drive-through ones, but
I
she
did a
it
drive-through
herself.
one. I had to do the drive-through one. They tell you put your head on your seat, just relax. They say don't flinch because it make it worse. And I couldn't help but to flinch. They had that shit in my eyeball.
I know you flinched. I know you flinched.
That shit was in my eyeball. That shit was up here.
I mean, what else y'all think? I mean, do y'all think? I know we've covered this topic when we've been talking about the Ronies and the players, but I mean, how do y'all feel about? How do y'all feel if like let's say the whole entire NFL went or whole team went on strike? What do you think that would be the outcome of that?
I honestly think if people not playing, I say fuck it and don't pay them.
Oh, they're not getting paid if they don't play.
Yeah, I mean they
So,
can
I
opt
mean,
out, and
that's-
they
I
have
mean,
the
that's-
money
Yeah,
to
if you
sit
want to
down.
play, don't play. If you ain't getting paid, I mean, that's your job. If you ain't showing up, you don't get paid to do your job.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. Like players are opting out, but players are getting signed as well. Like Jamal Crawford signed to the Nets.
That's a good
A.R.
pick.
Smith is back. There was another big name that signed to the Jets that I can't remember right now, but CJ probably got that. No, okay. Well, Jamal Crawford, I don't think he's signed yet, but he's reported that he's gonna sign with the Nets. So it's like there's players that there's gonna be people that don't want to play, and there's people that do want to play, and I'll just focus on the ones that do play. You know, at the end of the day, I just want to see the game. So it sucks for fantasy players, you know what I mean?
Right.
Especially this upcoming fantasy season where you're gonna be like, please don't test positive. Like I need you right now.
right. It's gonna get thick and right come the playoff run. You know what I'm saying? Week 13,
Man.
week 14.
Only thing I'm getting scared of is when the flu season hit, because flu season hit right in the middle of like football season. So
And then
if
it'll
that
probably
Rona
pick up.
gonna be- yeah.
Yeah. Then you have to worry about the flu and the Rona.
And then them symptoms and all the other shit. So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Some of the professional wrestlers they opted out. So like wrestling's been going on. I know I say this every time, but wrestling's been going on every week. All the live shows on AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling. But like you got some of the big names that have stepped out of wrestling. I don't know if you guys follow wrestling at all, but like your Roman Reigns.
I used to as a kid, but I don't follow it like that no more. I know who they are because my nephew.
I be watching it, especially right now because we ain't got no sports. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of, but then once we lost sports,
me on Twitch, homie. That's better than that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bro, did you watch that? Speaking of wrestling, since we're on that topic, you watched that movie of I can't even think of her name. It was the story of her life of a wrestler. Let me Google it.
No, I didn't watch it.
Let me go to my producers. That shit was pretty good.
No, I didn't watch it. Oh, you're talking about Paige, that movie about
Paige, yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's pretty dope, man. Oh shit, it's real. Yeah. It was pretty damn dope.
Yeah,
the house. Yeah,
her whole
family of wrestlers or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really dope.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I mean, I'm not that big of a fan. I mean, I just be watching it on Fridays because ain't no sports on. If there was basketball on, I wouldn't be watching wrestling. I'd be watching basketball. But
almost there, man. You got what, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. NFL September 10th. They say kickoff.
Baseball and basketball.
Well, they were complaining though about because the players were like they shouldn't have to wear masks because they're just going to sweat on each other anyway. So that kind of goes into the point that you were talking about with the jersey swaps. Like, why do we got to
Right.
wear masks when we got to guard each other and sweat on each other and, you know what I'm saying, be all up on each other anyway? And what's your thoughts on that?
Right.
I mean, same thing. They're gonna do that. They're gonna be right beside each other. They're gonna be talking on the phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be right beside
Well, not so
the
much for
microphone and
baseball.
shit. You said what?
Said not so much for baseball, I don't think, but the other two, yeah, basketball and football for sure.
Jay, you got some trash on your counter.
I was like, what the fuck?
A whole lot of trash. Looks like some toilet paper. Somebody threw up on a hat back there.
Oh, you must
Nah,
be zoomed in on his shit. That's you see all that.
it's just regular.
Oh man, we shouldn't even brought that up because I see they talking about changing the name of those people. How you feel, Jay? What's your? I know you mentioned it yesterday. Like you mentioned it last week. So
Yeah, I said last week that they should
Full
do a full
brand.
rebrand,
yeah,
which they kind of are doing. They said the only thing they're keeping is the colors. They're keeping the colors, but they're going away from the, like, I guess, native background. Like they said they're not gonna do, or they're leaning towards not doing anything that involves Native Americans at all. So they're just keeping the color scheme. So I guess we'll just see what happens.
I'm not. See, here's what everybody's been freaking out now. It's gone to, well, the Cowboys were killing the natives and the Chiefs. And look, the reason why it's offensive for the indigenous people of Washington is because it's a slur.
red skin.
Right. And like if there was a team called the Black Faces, you know what I'm saying, or the you know what I'm saying, the pale skins, or just anything that could be construed as being racist, just move away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like Braves isn't
people.
Braves isn't racist. Chiefs isn't racist. Cowboys aren't racist. Indians, that's pretty racist.
Definitely.
Because they're not Indians. They're Native Americans. Indians are from India. So that's
Yeah,
what kills me every time.
That's just Columbus dumbass.
Or whoever, you know. I don't even know.
Yeah, whoever.
Right. So
Yeah, whoever. But they say that's what he said. It was like he thought he was going to West India or some shit. So that's
right.
what when he landed, he was like, I'm in India. So these Indians.
And so, like, I mean, if Irish
History
people,
lesson.
if Irish people are offended by the little leprechaun for the Fighting Irish, well, get rid
Some
of
of the
it.
shit I see in the group,
But,
bro.
but here's the thing about that though, is like if that's the case, then how come Irish people go hard? And I'm just curious. You know, leave your comments below. Let us know what you think, and if you tell us why. But why would St. Patrick's Day be okay, but you're not cool with a bunch of leprechauns and all that stuff, but you're not okay with the Fighting Irish? So I don't think it's generally the Irish people who are mad about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They could be, again, if it's offensive to you. I don't have a problem changing it or whatnot, but I've been seeing a lot of debating about that right there, and it's just like I watch a lot of stuff from Ireland on YouTube and stuff like that, and they be loving the leprechauns and stuff like that. So I don't know. I
I ain't gonna speak on that because I don't know the origin of where the leprechaun and all that stuff come from Ireland and all that. So, but it's like if they did, an Irish person told me they felt offended.
offensive.
I'm like, all right, I ain't
Right.
gonna say shit about that.
Right,
then.
get rid of it. And like I said, I'm
Yeah.
all right with that.
I'm gonna be on their side. They're
Right.
like, okay, get rid of that motherfucker. Yeah,
Right.
go get rid of that
Peace.
motherfucker.
I'm not bound to it. I don't like Notre Dame anyway. I'm not bound to it. I'm
you know what I'm
just
saying?
Get him out of here.
right. Get him gone. But I'm just curious. I guess more so is what I'm wondering. I'm curious, and if you are Irish, and you have answers, give them to us so that we know.
Please, I love the knowledge.
Right, we want to be educated too.
Before we move on, can I get your initial reaction to this post? So I think Nick Wright said it. It was posted in a group by Daniel Portillo. It says, just like LeBron doesn't need 6 rings to be better than Jordan, Mahomes doesn't need 6 rings to be the greatest of all time, or greatest QB ever.
At this point right now, that's the argument, man. I hate agreeing with Nick Wright, but there's nothing that young man can't do.
They're going in on that right now. That was like, wow, that's a fucking statement right there.
I don't think today Patrick Mahomes isn't better than Tom Brady, because I get that he's put up some incredible numbers, but we can't forget about Tom Brady throwing for 400 yards in the Super Bowls and throwing for 300 yards in the second half. You know, we can't forget about the great things that Tom
was
Brady
making
has done.
statements,
Right.
boy.
Tom Brady has led teams back from 28-3 in a Super Bowl. Tom Brady he's done some shit.
28-3. That
Right.
felt like home cooking right there.
Right.
Huh, CJ?
Right. Hey, but I mean, he's got some work to do. I mean, do I think that? I don't think that LeBron's. We'll get into that another time again. But I don't think it's not the 6 rings is the reason why I think Jordan's better than LeBron. So because if that was the case, then Robert Ory's better than Jordan. Bill Russell's better than Jordan. So I'm not willing to go into that argument today.
That was a setup. I ain't even gonna do it though.
But I think I think Peyton Manning's the second best quarterback of all time. Joe Montana has more Super Bowl rings than him.
What's your list again?
Me honestly, I'm putting Peyton Manning over Tom Brady. Honestly, that's just me. I know when I was thinking we were talking about it earlier about the best. Peyton Manning is a better all-around quarterback than Tom Brady to me.
Yeah.
So it's one Tom Brady,
Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Russell Wilson, Aaron.
But the go-to quarterbacks is probably Tom Brady. That motherfucker got 6 rings.
Right.
But as a quarterback, I think he's not. I don't think he's the most skilled quarterback.
I don't think you have to be the most skilled player ever to be the best, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a total package of everything. So you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
because you could be the most skilled player, but still not put up the best numbers. You could put up the best numbers and not be the most skilled player.
Who was 5?
What's that? 5 is Aaron.
Aaron.
Gotcha.
Like I feel like if I was to take the quarterbacks with the most skill of all time, I would probably take. I'm not going to put Patrick Mahomes in there yet. I guess maybe I would put it. I don't know. But Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes might be the 3 most skilled quarterbacks to ever play the game because they can do everything. They can run, they can pass, they're accurate, they can do every
Patrick
single
Mahomes
thing.
does that better than anyone I've seen so far since day one, bro.
Just for the record, I think Kyler Murray gets on that list within the next 3 years.
I don't know Kyler Murray.
You've been a Kyler Murray fan, boy.
Yeah,
You've been on that boy. You've been a fan, boy.
Hey, he was Rookie of the Year.
I was repping for Kyler too. So you know what I'm saying? I thought Kyler was going to be good too. I thought he should have been the first pick.
I was on the.
Everybody's expecting Kyler.
I was hoping you did. I was hoping he did well, but
no, you was on the
Josh
Josh Rosen. You was on that Josh Rosen.
Let's go back and listen. Let's go back and listen to it. And I said, I really hope he do it because
keep Josh Rosen.
Right.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I said, watch he fuck around and have a good season in Miami. That's what I said.
You see how
this man about to get cut again.
You see how dark.
That's exactly what I said. Now let's go back to episode whatever that was, and let's go listen to it.
Dark skin folks always deflecting what really happened.
I said I really do.
All right, Josh Rosen fan, let's move on.
Right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit the last thing. This ninja. So I guess I'm gonna start off with this ninja, and I'm gonna probably take this ninja that everybody else wants to hit, but I'm gonna have to give this ninja to Deshaun Jackson and Steven Jackson for posting a quote about Adolf Hitler, saying I don't even want to get into all that, but the quote's probably not even true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that's what kills me is that it's just some random quote that they found in some newspaper article, and it's been floating around the internet for months now. I've even fact-checked this before they even brought it up. So I fact-checked this like 2 months ago when somebody else posted it. And fact-check was like, Hitler didn't say that. So for them to bring it up without fact-checking it and then going hard on it, to me is just ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to hate on them, and I'm not going to lose any respect for them or anything like that. But I feel like they should have done a better job of fact-checking and being a little more in this time where we want people to be sensitive to us. You need to be sensitive to Jewish people who are marching with us, who are donating us money, who are trying to ride for the cause too. You can't just slander people who are trying to help you.
Okay. What was that, bro?
I can't believe these ninjas. These ninjas, man. These ninjas out here acting wild. Out here just
these ninjas.
They wildin'. Hey. All right, what you got, Jay? We're gonna go Ricky last, since you know.
Wait, does Ricky have one?
Ricky.
That's the last time he didn't have one. Ricky? No, you got one? Yes,
Got
no,
one. Yes, sir.
no? Okay. Can I do two?
Yes, sir.
You can do one, then Ricky can do one, then you can do your second one.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go with I don't know if I should give this to Jalen Hurts or if I should give this to Madden, but the fact that Jalen Hurts has a 68 overall, but 86 speed, which means that his 68 is boosted by his speed. Like, they did that man so dirty, bro. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know what the real problem is. Is this Madden giving him the 68?
But he's gonna be a second string player on Madden. They're not gonna give a fucking second string.
But he's a He's a second round pick.
And then he's a second round pick. He's not gonna get that love on Madden.
He should be like a 74.
If you were to take the speed away, like his rating goes down to like a 63, bro. Yeah. Like, because he damn near has 90 speed.
I guarantee he's probably a star. He probably gonna be the star, whatever that shit is. Like, he probably could gain XP
after a couple of years. But yeah. I'm just like, God dang, bro.
His accuracy is 12 and his throwing power is 17.
Hey, you remember that on Madden when you used to have a fucking beam you have to use? That nigga shit like this.
That was the worst Madden, man.
Yo, playing with Michael Vick was hell on that Madden,
bro. All you could do is run, bro. You had nothing else. I guess that's what you got to do with Jalen Hurts now. Just
run.
All right, what you got, Ricky?
My this ninja is gonna go in the opposite effect. This ninja Dak waited until Mahomes got paid before he get his contract signed. Guarantee he's gonna figure something out before the season starts, and he's gonna get about 40 million. That's what so this ninja, he outplayed. I think he did something smart by signing that.
Man, if Dallas signs him last offseason, they get him for 4 or 5 years for $25 million. Dak about to get paid like 5 years.
He only won 4 years. That's the thing. I think they said that offer's been like 7 years and shit like that.
Yeah, but now when they start trying to offer him $40 million a year, of course he's gonna take that. He didn't want that. He wanted that extra $5, $6, $7 million a year. So when they were trying to offer him 35, he was like, "I'm not taking 35 for 4 years." But you put another $5 million on there for Dak about to take that 7 years, $40 million per $280 million.
I think he gonna stick. I think he gonna stick at 5. I think Jerry gonna say, "I get you for 39." I get you for 39, but that's what I say with that one.
What about you,
Jay? And I want to go back to something else. We were talking about the AFC West 2 days ago. They talking about JC might be signing with the Raiders. Does that impact anything to you guys? Davion Clowney? Nope. Nothing.
I still think Derek Carr is boo-boo.
I saw something different.
Yeah, I still think Derek Carr is cheek. So.
Well, all right, Jay.
I was just arguing with somebody about that the other day. So my second This Ninja goes to Ricky, John Daniel, Freddie Colon, and Stephen P. Crump for believing that they would rather tackle Derrick Henry. Like, what the f- is wrong with y'all, bro?
Listen to me, bro.
It's 15-3 right now, or 15-4 if I include you. And 16-4 because CJ's going after Lamar. Like, y'all are retarded, bro. Do y'all need to see some Derrick Henry highlights to realize that y'all gonna go home?
Listen to me, bro. I can guarantee you that if we're in a box, you're not gonna catch Lamar Jackson open field like a
that's
tackle.
Not the point.
I would rather. The point is, okay, I'm having pads on, bro. Those pads are there to protect me. I'm going to give him all I got. He run me over here, right?
I'm gonna go with what you saying. Lamar gonna shake you out your shoes. You're not even gonna have no contact trying to tackle Lamar. You're gonna be like, oh.
But I'm gonna lose. I ain't get no money. That's pointless. I ain't get no money.
I'd rather either one,
bro. I have at least if I get contact with him, I might hit him in his thigh. I might hit him in his
broken chest plate with.
Bro, I might catch him. I might catch him with his doggone ankle. He might trip. I don't know. If I touch him, never know what happened. But if you're not gonna touch Lamar, like Period. Like that shit is
Never know
not
what's
possible.
happening. We know what happens when you try to tackle Derrick Henry. We've
Hey, I'm
seen
just-
NFL players that are professionally and make millions of dollars to tackle this man, not
can
be able
see-
to pull it out. When's the last time you tackled somebody?
I'm utterly
Last
speechless.
time I tackled, oof.
Right.
Oof.
Exactly. Look, I'm gonna hit you with this ninja.
This ninja.
I'm
This
going
ninja.
there. I'm telling
This
you.
ninja.
I'm still going
This
there.
ninja.
I guarantee I have a better chance than you do.
No, you
At least I
don't.
touched him.
I'm
If I
bigger
touch
than
him-
you, bro. At least
Bro,
I can
if
hold on.
if I touch him, there's a chance that he might trip or something. I don't know. Might hit him in his belly button or something. That might hurt him or something. He might fall. I don't know. Might hit a nerve in his leg and he just go limp. I'm
Right.
going, but I'm gonna touch him.
You getting carted off on a fucking stretcher is what you doing.
Oh, well.
We need to make this happen.
It's
Like,
worth
like,
it.
I want to see this. I want
Somebody call Derrick.
Right. Somebody call Derrick. I want to see him just plow Ricky over.
No, I'm here for it. I need it on
I'm
my
down.
YouTube channel.
I'm fucking down.
All right, guys. Well, that's what we got for you today. So for all the people, make sure that you guys go to hit the Playmakers Lounge. We got merchandise. I will have the link to the group and the page in the description. Also, make sure, if you got a couple moments, go check out the music page. Something. Hit the keys on YouTube. Join the Discord. Hijack Gaming. Rick, you got anything you want to promo out here? All right. He just wants to promo that light skin lives matter too. All right. So for my people, say what up, Jay, or say peace out, Jay.
All right, y'all. Till next time.
Ricky,
We out.
holler. Peace.